Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a while since we have done a college football stream, which is about, I believe, 2 weeks ago on a Friday night between Cincinnati and Nebraska at Arrowhead. So it's been a bit, but anyways, welcome back. And while a lot of the attention is going off between Georgia and Tennessee right now, which they are currently leading. I think it was 14-7, I believe. Let me scroll back to the top. Let's see, how much are they leading by? Because I thought last time I checked, it was 14-7 when I checked last time. The biggest thing in the CW in 2020 is I love it. Good to see you, Anthony. Really good to see you. Yes, 14-7. Tennessee has the ball. And also, hey, Oregon took care of business. It was so slow, but they took care of business. What's up, Manny? How are you doing today, buddy? Yep. Figured he's gonna do that with his tail. So I don't really allow him up here because of that. Poll says also the poll says Clemson, not Miami. What do you mean saying the poll says Clemson, not Miami? Oh, really? Oh, the poll did? Oh. Sorry. I think I was thinking about Clemson. All right, hold on. Let me end the poll. Hold on. Hold a minute. I think because as I was making this poll, as I made the poll, it was during the Clemson game, so my mind got a little bit mixed up with that game. So, thank you, Anthony. I really, really appreciate you correcting me on this. All right, so it's number 18, South Florida, and then number 5, Miami. But anyway, so why this game? Well, South Florida is mainly why. They're running it back like it's 2000. They're trying to run it back like it's 2007. The very first week, they took care of business. Really took care of business against Boise State, number 25 Boise State. Yes, without Ashton Jeanty, but the defense really took care of business. And then they had to go up against number 13 Florida. They were number 13 at the time, but sources were saying that believe the quarterback Byron Brown, got suspended for the first half of Florida, but somehow, some way, defense stepped up, intercepted Lagway, and they kicked a game-winning field goal against Florida. What a shocker that was! So now they're going to finish their ranked gauntlet against Miami. It's going to be a really tough one for sure. Miami is a 17-point favorite against South Florida, the Bulls of the American Conference. So this is where everything is going to get really interesting. Like really, really interesting. So this is exactly where we are at the moment. I mean, Miami, they had a first game. They had their first game against Notre Dame to revive the Catholics versus convicts rivalry. It did not disappoint. And Miami took care of business. Carson Beck, the transfer from Georgia, took care of business. And in Miami, obviously, beat an FCS team. So now, number 5, South Florida, 18. Higher than Alabama, if you really want to think about it. They're ranked higher than Bama. But another shocking result, which we're probably going to talk about in depth of probably during halftime. Clemson shocked by Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech is 3-0. Things does not look good for Clemson. That's all I could say. Things do not, and I repeat, they do not look good against Clemson. Like, they lose to LSU. they did not put a beat down on Troy like they were supposed to. And then now they lose to Georgia Tech. Look, I mean, you can say like the loss to LSU was like, oh, it's not a big deal. I mean, they could rebalance. Like, if you lose to like a really good team, like you should bounce back, no problem. But you lose to an unranked team, like on top of that, this is like a oh crap moment. Like, what can you do with Clemson right now? I mean, Clemson has to face Florida State and they have to face South Carolina, which right now they've been doing really well so far. So now you have 2 losses on your belt, and then if you lose to these 3 guys, it's like, well, what's the point of making it to the ACC? And this is their first conference play too. Like this is their first ACC conference play, and now Clemson's off to a rocky start. Not only 0-1 in conference play, but now they have a 1-2 start of the season. You have 9 more games to go. So Clemson's in trouble. They are in deep trouble. South Florida, all I wanted to see from South Florida, just compete. I don't care if they win or lose. I just hope which I feel like it's going to happen. I just hope they don't get blown out by Miami. That's all I hope for. Miami's a really good team against, again, Carson Beck. And keep an eye on the receiver. Or if I can find it, Malachi Toney, he's a really good. He is a really good weapon for Carson Beck. Mario Cristobal really want that run back because you remember from last year for Miami. Miami was on a tear. Cam Ward on a tear. Their offense was on a tear. They had a 9-0 start, and then at the last 3 games, they went from 9-0 to 10-2, losing to unranked Georgia Tech. And losing to unranked Syracuse at on the road too. On top of that, but Mario Cristobal really needs to keep the gravy train rolling because, I mean, a lot of questions were built around him ever since they decided to, we're not going to kneel down against Georgia Tech in 2020. I think it was 2023. Yeah, 2023. And then now, like, it's been questioned. And now they find themselves a groove last year, and they just missed it. So now they're having a salty run back. And number 18, South Florida, is in their favor. South Florida, like a lot of teams, like here's the thing, like when you're coming across a group of 5 teams, like small teams on your belt, right? You're thinking teams like James Madison, Tulane, Memphis, Liberty. Like you're thinking of those schools, or Boise State. You're thinking of those schools. Out of nowhere comes South Florida. Like out of nowhere, here they come. And right now, they're up against number 5 Miami. This is a gauntlet. Again, this is a gauntlet that South Florida is going through. Like, I'm looking up who they have on their schedule coming up. Who do they have coming up in their schedule after that gauntlet of ranked teams? South Carolina State, then Charlotte, North Texas, FAU. There's Memphis, I mentioned, UTSA, Navy, Alabama, Birmingham with the Blazers, and Rice. So they could be set in stone if they could somehow, some way beat Miami. Do I think that's going to happen? I mean, anything's possible, but it's a low possibility to have them win over Miami. It's going to get interesting, in my opinion. It's going to get very, very interesting. I should also have the scoreboard up. Why did I do that? Hold on. I'm going to close the chat and then restore it. There we go. Just needed this put it in the middle. There we go. All right, that's you know what? That's perfect. No, that's freaking perfect. Take it. All right. Now let's take a look. Tennessee just scored another touchdown. They're up 21-7 over Georgia. Oh my goodness. Let's see who else is playing. USC Purdue, they're in the delay. West Virginia takes the lead over Pitt in the backyard brawl. Oregon State and Texas Tech are under a game delay. And of course you got Iowa State versus Arkansas State. Well, let's see what other games. What other games do we have happening right now? Just UTEP and Texas. Not a lot happening there. So those are mainly the games that we're going to be focusing on. So on top of watching South Florida and Miami on the CW network, we also have the other games that we should keep an eye on, especially Tennessee and Georgia. Like, if the game is on halftime, then we can just transfer over to ABC if we want to and check out that game. Because if Tennessee is playing like they are, and they're still in the first quarter. They put up 21 points in the first quarter. Good Lord, Tennessee. Like, we could have ourselves a good time. North Texas is beating Washington State. That is something to keep an eye on. Oh, yeah, in 2 weeks, Oregon's going to play Penn State. They're going to play Penn State. And I think next week it's Illinois and Indiana, like both ranked teams playing each other. So that one should be fun too. Second quarter, about to go to halftime. Delaware beating UConn 28-14. Basically, there's a banger if you want to watch it. If you have ESPN Plus, go ahead and watch the banger of a matchup. That is Delaware and UConn, the Blue Hens and the Huskies. But, dude, you know what's embarrassing? UCLA, they're 0-3. They just got dogged by New Mexico, 35-10. Last night on Friday. They got absolutely dogged. You're paying the school to go to the Sun Bowl, to go to the Rose Bowl, to play the Bruins of UCLA, and they clobbered UCLA. And that's with Nico Amalivia, too. That's like one of the worst transfers I have ever seen in college football. Because everyone's complaining about him, he complained he wanted out of Tennessee. Now he's at UCLA, thinking that he could just do great things, and now he has not won a game since. I don't know what to feel, but right now they're just UCLA is just booty cheeks. They are straight up booty cheeks. It's embarrassing. Like, even Northwestern can put up more of a fight. Northwestern put more of a fight against number 4 Oregon than UCLA put up against New Mexico State. Like, dear Lord, you guys, Oregon won by 20. Don't get me wrong. But good Lord, you lost by 25 against New Mexico. Jeez Louise. What the heck have you done? New Mexico put up 21 points all in the fourth quarter. Dude, it went from 14-10 at the end of the third, and then the final score, 35-10. It's like, what did we just witness? What did we witness? And Houston looks really good, too. Like, keep an eye on Houston taking care of business against Colorado, beating them by 16. That's how you take care of business, my friends. Michigan, no Sherrod Moore, no problem. Beat Central Michigan by 60. No friggin' problem. Memphis took care of business against Troy. Memphis is 3-0. Buffalo beat Kent State. Dang. That's not. At least Kent State was competitive. They scored every quarter. They scored a touchdown in every quarter. That's the good news. Come on, it's 4:35. Don't know why they are waiting for so long just to get the game going. I don't know why they had to wait for a while to get this game going. Because after this game, we're going pretty much after this game, we're going straight over to Vanderbilt. Yeah, we're going straight over to Vanderbilt versus South Carolina on the SEC network. So that's the other game that we're going to be doing. We're going to do it once we are done with this game. Once we're done with this game. Here right now it's UTEP in Texas, and Texas with a shocking revelation there in the red zone against UTEP. So that's that. And then didn't get the first down, but he got 7 yards out of that run for Texas. So for Texas. UTEP next year is going to be the new member. They're going to leave Conference USA to join the Mountain West with Northern Illinois. For some reason, Texas just got a first down and all that jazz. You got a first down and all that jazz. But let's see. North Carolina winning by 20 over Richmond. I mean, North Carolina's going to be bad. I just had a feeling they're going to be not a good team. CW Sports. Let's see. What games do we have around 7:40? What games do we have on 7:45 or around the time? So 7:30. So I was thinking. So here's the thing. It's like I was thinking of doing Texas A&M and Notre Dame, but then it's like, wait a minute. I already did that game last year. Like I want to try at least like have a variety of games coming up. So why not? And I try to come up with a sneaky good matchup, which is Vanderbilt and South Carolina. So why not those two? Well, so why not those teams? Originally, if Florida didn't freaking lose to South Florida, I would have done Florida and LSU maybe. But nope. That happened. So Vanderbilt, South Carolina, that's going to be a good one. Those two quarterbacks are really darn good. Tulane's facing Duke, Utah, Wyoming. The Navy and Tulsa in the American Conference play. So those games around that time can be very good. And also Arkansas and Ole Miss, Western Michigan and Illinois. So this could be good matchups. These are going to be really nice matchups. So football in Florida, the Bulls taking on 34-7. That is dogging on them. Then the game-winning field goal over number 13 Florida, 18-16. So now, here we go. Beat 15 all time to open the season with three strength-ranked opponents. Last time was Miami. That was with Jimmy Johnson in 87, I believe. So South Florida has a chance to make history here. Miami does not want to be part of South Florida's history when it comes to beating ranked opponents. Because as of right now, South Florida they're the only team that is ranked, that is in terms of the group of 5 opponents. They're the only team that is ranked. Only team that's ranked. And Georgia and Georgia has scored a touchdown to reduce the lead by 7. Now they're up 27. Tennessee still up 21-14. Apparently, I can't speak. Today. And the game is The game is still delayed down in Texas Tech and Purdue. So they gotta wait for that. So they're gonna have a little bit of a wait for that. So they're probably gonna show like highlights from other games, or just like jumping around, or show another game that's the Fox coverage, like Penn State and Villanova, since they're on Fox Sports 1. So unfortunately, like, I mean, USC, Purdue, they're both 2-0 teams, so someone's gonna go 3-0. So I mean, Barry Odom, head coach of Purdue, got a 2-0 start now. If they could get a conference win over USC, this could be a good start for the program this season for the team. And North Texas just scored another touchdown on Washington State. Now it's 21-3. Oh dear Lord. Missouri State beating SMU 10-0. Interesting. Missouri State's first year at FBS, and they're at Missouri State too. They're at Missouri State on top of that. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Oh, and also Old Dominion and Virginia Tech playing. And Virginia Tech, 0-2 Virginia Tech. They're somehow favored against Old Dominion by 5.5 points. Dude, I was at Blacksburg last week with Dane and my dad. Oh my gosh. Like, it looks like Virginia looked good, and then the entire second half happened. Like, they literally did jack against Vandy. It was so bad. So horrible. Like, I was hoping, like, it was 30-20, and I was like staying, like, I was hoping something would happen, but no, 14 unanswered points happened in 10 minutes. Virginia, like, if Virginia Tech loses to Old Dominion in Lane Stadium, they're not going to be good. Like, Brent Pry's going to get fired during the season, not at the end of the season, but he's going to get fired at the during the season. I don't know what's up with Brent Pry. Like, he's just not good. He's not good. Like, I've been thinking his Brent Pry's brain is fried. Like, when he faked the field goal, 27-yarder, when John Love made 250+ in that game against Miami, which we called, along with Washington Rutgers. Oh, my gosh. And we had a chance of storms coming up to Miami, so let's hope that's not going to be the case. Let's hope not. All right, so South Florida is going to kick off the ball to Miami. So Miami's going to get the ball. Yeah, so Miami's going to get the ball first. So let me go ahead and change the roster over to the defensive side. And here we go. On the CW network, for some reason, number 18, South Florida, number 5, Miami, and here comes Carson Beck, a Georgia transfer, to take over the starting role from Mario Cristobal. Beck's story is interesting because he was supposed to be in the NFL draft of last year, but with alongside of Jaden Daniels and Caleb Williams, but he decided to go ahead and take a transfer, and he chose Miami. So hopefully his draft stocks can go up because he had that injury, and then Gunnar Staunton took place of Carson Beck. Beck will throw it to the middle, and he finds the man with a 15-yard gain for the first down already. Carson Beck already looking strong. That was C.J. Daniels with the catch for 15. And Miami's going to go off with a huddle here. South Florida's got to be ready for that deadly passing game from Miami. Shotgun formation for Beck. And here comes a rush, and only gets a gain of 4. That was Mark Fletcher with the run. That's a gain of 4 as he was going up the right hash. So looking at 2nd and 6 now. But one thing South Florida was being praised is the defense, and this is no offense. This is a deadly offense of Miami. tight end in motion. And now you have two wideouts on each side with Fletcher on Beck's left. Beck's going to take it. He's going to run around. The pressure's there. Makes a catch. Daniels makes a catch, but he goes to turn around, and third down will be made as he gets a gain he's about 2 or 3 yards short of a first down. So if South Florida wants to get that motivation going, they're going to stop Miami right here. It is 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3 for Miami. You got 2 wideouts on the top. Bulls getting ready. Beck pointing out the directions of where the linebackers are going to be. Trip set on the top. And Beck is going to keep it. And Beck does get a first down as he fakes a handoff to Fletcher, goes left. And he gets about a 5-6 yard gain, and that will be enough for the first down for the Hurricanes. So, not making any flashy plays already, but they're slowly but surely trying to move their way down the field. They're at They're at the Bulls 47. Receiver in motion. Back play action. And Back goes there to the right side and makes a catch past the 30. That's a big gain for the first down. That was the receiver that we talked about that could be a potential weapon, Malachi Tony. And if they're not going to cover him, that's going to be a problem from South Florida. It will be an issue for South Florida for sure. So first down and 10 from the 27. So that was a 20-yard gain from Beck to Tony. Beck and shotgun. Receiver in motion. Beck's going to hand it off to Fletcher, and Fletcher's going to get about 3 on the run on the right hash. So right now you're looking at a second and 7 from the 24-yard line. Alex Golesh in his 3rd season with South Florida. Shotgun formation. You got a receiver on the top, more than like one-man safety from South Florida. Back dropping back. He's going to throw over the middle. He gets his man, and he gets the first down at the 11-yard line. But to Tony Johnson. That's the first down. So they're they're inside the red zone at the 11. So if they're down at the 1-yard line, they could get a fresh set of downs right there. No, they're going to say first and goal since they're marking it at the 10. So now it's first and goal for South Florida. It's first down for Miami. Hands it off to Fletcher on the left. And he's swarming by a bunch of Hurricanes and Bulls, but he was only going to get a gain of 2 on the play. What's up, Red Black? How are we doing today, man? You remind me, you're Michigan State, right? How are they doing? They're only up by 4 against Youngstown State. But yeah, it's been a minute. It has indeed been a minute. Central and UCF. That's right, Central Florida. I think they're on the bye week this week. I must be thinking of somebody else from Michigan State. Must have been. Back, drop it back. He's looking. He's going to finds a receiver. That is touchdown for Miami to Joshua Moore. And on the opening drive, Miami already taking care of business right off the bat. I thought for some reason you were Michigan State. I thought so. I thought you were Michigan State. But I must have thought it for somebody else. Okay, there you are. updating the thumbnail too, make it all crisp. And also after this game, we're going to do Vanderbilt in South Carolina after this game. Well, already, so in about 5.5 minutes with 9:34 remaining, Miami just scores right off the bat. So now South Florida needs an answer. No, that should be a good game because it's Pavia and Sellers. Heck, even Sellers had some Heisman stocks. That's why I thought it was a good game, because originally I was thinking of either doing it was either South Florida. It was originally Florida versus LSU, and then there was Texas A&M versus Notre Dame. Already did Notre Dame and Texas A&M last year, but I said, oh, wait a minute. And I was like, okay, Florida lost to South Florida, plus Florida gets unranked, so it's not a good potential ranked matchup. So why not South Florida? So why not do Vanderbilt and South Carolina to bring out the variety? Miami chokes, I won't be surprised. The Bulls are legit playoff contenders, and I hate 2 minutes. I mean, they are. I mean, they're the only playoff team. They're the only Group of 5 team to be ranked. So it's like, if they somehow beat Miami, like, everybody's gonna flip out. Like, they are literally going to freak the flip out. It's not funny. Like South Florida just came about as a storm. It's like, okay, good. So you beat Boise State. Okay. How about Florida? Beats Florida with South Florida's with Byron Brown getting suspended for the first half. And now here I am. And here they are. Beats Florida 18-16 on a game-winning field goal. It's just it's astonishing. Like, I am astonished by this. So astonished. And I feel like whoever wins Vanderbilt and South Carolina. No, that's like every time. No, that's the thing. Like, that's every freaking time that Florida loses. Like, they just want Napier fire. Like, and Napier not even a good coach. He's just mediocre at best. Season started 3-0. All 3 wins over ranked opponents. Most recent was 87 Miami, then 85 Michigan, 1960 Iowa, and 1954 Oklahoma. Yeah, because you lose to South Florida. They should beat the piss out of South Florida. You let them beat you. Like, come on. They're the reason why they're ranked higher than Bama. So South Florida will go for a touchback. They will start the drive from the 25-yard line. Here comes Byron Brown will come about. How will they test? How can they test the Miami defense? Something that Mario Cristobal loves doing. If the Bulls play Bama in the playoffs, the Bulls will win. I mean, the last when Nick Saban was coaching, like South Florida was close, managed to stick with Bama. That's one thing for sure. It's 1st and 10. Here's the hand. Brown's going to keep it. Goes left sideline. He's going to slide for with around a 2-yard gain. And it will be 2nd down and 8. And you got Shaz Nimrod, who had a big game against Boise State and Singleton. Brown goes to check down and go and step out of bounds. And that was Christian Neptune with a catch and run. So now here comes a 3rd down opportunity. South Florida knows how ferocious the Miami defense could be. So all they got to do now is just wait. It's just wait for the opportunity to have a big throw or a big play. 3rd and 4. Byron Brown a shotgun. Neptune in motion. Throws the screen to Neptune, and Neptune tries to fight, and he does get a first down. That is a 5-yard gain, and Neptune crosses the 35-yard line and will be tackled at the 36. So, first down, South Florida. Second and 10, going tempo here. Brown going to go check down again, and he is going to get, and that is Nimrod. He's going to be down around the, around the 39 or 40-yard line. Second and 10. Oh, they're saying he didn't catch it, incomplete. Okay. I'll see you later, Red Boys. Hope you have yourself a great rest of your day. Hopefully I can see you for Vanderbilt in South Carolina. Should be a good one. Second and 10. So that was an incomplete pass intended to Nimrod. Brown is going to do a speed option and pitches it back to the running back and then up to the 40-yard line. And that would be Cartavius Norton with a run. So now South Florida is facing another 3rd down. This time around, 3rd and 6 now. 3rd and 7. So need to get to the 46. To the 46. Brown drops back, and he's trying to go deep, left sideline, and incomplete. It was a 10 for Nimrod. It was a 10 for Josh Nimrod, but that was just tight coverage. And then that was just all over the place. And that was Dylan Day with the coverage on the Nimrod. So he did a really good job with that coverage. So now 4th and 7. Leads it and try to start off with the 3 and out, but they did not respond to that touchdown. So the defense needs to do a lot more work than intended. And then the ball, they got lucky with that. It went out of bounds, and then it went back to inbounds. So luckily, they didn't have to start deep in their own territory. But Miami is going to come back out with Carson Beck as their quarterback. I forgot to change the quarter number too. What am I doing? So what am I doing, huh? There we go. And the timeouts too. And looks like my cat wants out. Sounds like the cat wants out. Need out, man. Here, I'll let you out, buddy. Do. But still 21-14 Tennessee over Georgia. The two Texas Tech at the Purdue game. Texas Tech is delayed. Purdue's delayed. Pittsburgh has yet to do anything, but they're at the goal line. But they're in 2nd and goal against West Virginia. And Iowa State only up 9-3 over Arkansas State. Same with Texas. They're only up 7-0 against UTEP. I know it's the second quarter, but it's like still. Like, how are you doing this? I don't know how these teams are not blow. It's like expected beatdowns. There are not beatdowns. Like, I don't understand that. So, Miami, whatever you want to call them. Carson Beck going to come back out the field. He's probably going to throw More than likely, I think he's going to throw all over he's going to throw all over the South Florida defense again. Grammatica. What a last name. Yeah, they're family. They're family members. Oh my goodness. Grammatica. So now Miami will start their drive on their own 15-yard line. With 3 wideouts at the top of your screen. He's going to hand this off to Fletcher. Fletcher goes to the middle. And he's still pushing like a tractor. And he's going to get a gain of 6. Which is a decent run for Miami. Setting up 2nd and 4. Setting up for 2nd and 4. Nice camera angle. So 2nd and 4. Daniel's in motion. And a whistle is going to blow the play dead. And there's a flag on the field, so it could be false start. Offense number 61, that is Francis Mauigoa. Will be the one getting flagged for a false start. So now you're looking at 2nd and 9 now. So it's like they only gained 1 yard off of that play. So 2nd down to 9 with 6.5 minutes left. Driving back is Beck. Beck is looking. He's going to throw a check down to Fletcher, and Fletcher gets rocked by a ball player, and now he's going to be set up a 4th down. What a freaking hit. Whoo, baby. Gotta see that again. He, boom, just laid the boom on him. Oh, my gosh. Who the heck was that player? That was Mac Harris. Mac Harris laying with the boom. So now you're looking at 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4. Back. And then he finds an opening. 1st down for Miami. So 1st down for Miami. That is Keelan Marion with the catch in the 1st down. So now they're at the 28-yard line. So 2 wideouts on top. So wideouts on top. And then here comes Fletcher. And Fletcher breaks free. Past the 40. Going in the middle. Past the 45. Carrying a bunch of ball players with him. And he will get tackled at the 47-yard line. That's a big gain for Miami. And they're trying to get another unanswered score in after South Florida's attempt of trying to respond from the first touchdown. So now they're at the 45-yard line. That's where they're going to mark him down. And there's the ref cam. Back, drop in shotgun. As Marion chipped over. Back, drop it back. He's looking deep again, and he does go deep. And that was almost intercepted. That was intended to Marion with Banks, I believe. That was in coverage of Marion. That was the first, and that was the first incomplete pass of the day. I think it was Kawan Banks with in coverage of Marion. 2nd and 10 from the 45. Got one-on-one coverage on the bottom with Daniels. And here comes a little reverse. And Marion is the keeper. And he's trying to keep going forward. But here's the ball, but they're going to mark him down. But right now, they're just using everything they got. So now, yeah, the ball popped out as soon as he hit down. So that's going to be no fumble. But it is a first down for Miami. So Miami at the 42-yard line in Bowl territory. Going to hand this one off again. And he's going to get a gain of 4 this time. He's going to get a gain of 4 that time. That was Tamar Brown with the carry and not Fletcher. Game is still delayed. Man. Georgia now in Tennessee territory. Back looking. He's going deep. Left field. 1-on-1. And that is incomplete. And that is Kawan Banks in coverage again. So he's been all over the field tonight. A little hand on hand there. So they're not going to call anything up. So they're not going to call anything. So now it's 3rd and 7 for Miami. Excuse me. Yeah, so this is a big conversion. This can make it break if they want to score or not. Dropping back, further back this time, and he's going deep. Once again, he finds the man open, and he held onto the ball. That is touchdown, Miami, and it's Joshua Moore again. 2 touchdowns in the first quarter, both belonging to Joshua Moore. And South Florida is not going to be happy with that. South Florida is going to make a lot of key adjustments. He did the same play. He just found him open again. Oh, dear goodness. This is going to be a blowout now, isn't it? This is going to be a blowout now. It's like Boise State and Florida, which is mere Padawans, and then freaking if Miami comes in, be like Emperor Palpatine. Oh shoot! Okay. Well, that's fun. Hey, Pittsburgh got a field goal over West Virginia, so that's good right there. What else? How is SMU took the lead over Missouri State? Boo. That's a boo. Holy shoot. It was 28-3. Now it's 42-3 North Texas. Oh my goodness. Washington State is getting dogged on. They're absolutely getting dogged on by North Texas. How are you letting that happen? Oh my goodness. Like again, UCLA getting knocked the heck over by New Mexico, but Washington State, you're getting crushed by North Texas in their home turf. Wow. That's a wow. That is a certified wow moment. Georgia is at the 3-yard line in Tennessee. They're in 2nd and goal. They're about to hit the 2-minute warning. Rutgers taking care of business. North Texas surprisingly is taking care of business over the Cougars of Washington State. Dear goodness, that is just a butt. That's just an absolute butt kicking right there. Jeez. What can you do if you're Washington State? Like, it's like that Simpson meme. Stop it. He's already dead. Nah, man. North Texas wants blood. They want blood. They want blood. They want the blood, and that's all they want. The Arizona Bowl by Snoop Dogg. That's on the CW network too. Amazing. I know the WNBA is doing the playoffs now. Like this year, they're doing playoffs. And then next year, we'll get 2 more teams: the Portland Fire and the Toronto Tempo. Which the Toronto Tempo's logo is similar to the friggin' Indiana Pacers, which I find odd. Yeah, there was no safety help. There was no safety help. We should have been over there. There was no safety help whatsoever. There was just no safety help. It's gonna let this go for a touchback again. So Byron Brown's gonna come back out there. How about I don't want to scan your QR code, CW? What if I don't want to scan a QR code? What if I just want to watch a game of football? How about that? 14 total yards for South Florida. Not ideal. At the 25-yard line, Byron Brown, now empty backfield. Byron Brown throws a check down, gets a couple yards, but not too much. That is Neptune with the catch, Christian Neptune. As that is a gain of 3. They're going tempo here. And tries to go a check down again to Neptune, but that will be incomplete. That was just way a little behind. That was a little bit behind Neptune. So now you're looking at 33. Third down 7. They got to get to the 35. They cannot avoid. They need to avoid a 3 and out. Here comes Nimrod. Now you have 3 wide outs on the top of your screen. Brown dropping back. And he's going to throw a little deep. It's wobbly, but he gets his man. That is Nimrod. And Nimrod will be going down at the 30. I thought it was going to be holding because I thought it was going to be some sort of holding on South Florida. Because that one guy had him beat. If it wasn't for that block, then Brown would have been sacked. It was wobbly, but he got it. Then the 29 gets a gain of 2. Gets a gain of 2. Like I thought, yeah, 71. I looked like he got away with a little holding. He got him on the shoulder inside the jersey. Just barely inside the jersey, and Brown just got freaking dive bombed. This ain't the WWE, baby. Now you got a second down at 9. With a gain of 1 after that run. South Florida, second down at 9. Brown's gonna keep it. And he freaking trips on his own feet. Lose a yard or 2. And now you're in third down and long. How unfortunate. He was trying to follow his blockers, but then his cleats just gave out. Lost of 2. Brown's going to hand this off. Going up the middle. Only gets a couple yards back. Pretty much back where they were after that long catch by Nimrod. So now you're in 4th. So now it's 4th down. So would South Florida go right ahead and go and kick a field goal? I would think so. I would think they would. So now here comes Nico Grammatica. And this is a 45-yard field goal for South Florida. And what the heck is this formation? They're about to fake it. There's a timeout call, but who called that? It's timeout from Miami. Miami, they got them to waste a timeout. They got them to waste a timeout at least. Got them to waste a timeout. Next week, Georgia Tech and Temple. Georgia Tech. Got a shout out to Georgia Tech. They played really good against Clemson. I love Georgia Tech this season. I know I'm an Oregon fan. They did a good job against Northwestern, but Georgia Tech is just they're a rising team now. They're a rising team. No doubt about it. It's a 45-yard field goal attempt from South Florida. Snaps there. Kick is up. And the kick is good. No problem for Nico. And South Florida won't get shut out. So at least there's that. They won't get shut out. Now it's 14-3. So now their defense got to do a little bit of work. First point scored in the first quarter. Wow. So they're 2-0, but they have never scored a single point in the first quarter until now. Determination. That's determination. That's not determination. What is determination? Am I right? What is exactly the determination? So now we're going to kick this off again. So Miami will get the ball back. And that will be a touchback. So Miami will start their drive at the 25. Ooh, NASCAR playoffs starting in 2 weeks. This should be something. This should be something. Not big. I had a friend that is a big NASCAR fan, so hopefully he can keep me up to date on what's going on in the world of NASCAR. 26 seconds remaining. We're about to end the first quarter, so we might go one play, and then we're going to head to the second quarter. Miami going off to a hot start. Tight end in motion. He's going to hand us off again, and he's going to get down with a gain of 4. That was Shamar Brown with the carry with a gain of 4. So now we have ended the first quarter. The first quarter is ended with Miami taking the lead with the score of 14-3. So South Florida didn't necessarily get shut out. Did not get shot out, which at least they could put up a little bit of a fight. But with a team against Miami, it just makes me having questions of like, okay, then what are they going to do? You know? What are they going to do? Let's check out the other game. Let's check how the other game's going. Georgia did not score a touchdown, but they get a field goal instead. It's 21-17, and Tennessee is trying to get one more score in before halftime. Oregon State, Texas Tech, and USC versus Purdue is still under a rain delay, so this is going to take a while for these teams to get ready. Halftime, 42-3, North Texas over Washington State. The backyard ball is a 7-3 contest with West Virginia taking the lead. SMU taking the lead over Missouri State, 14-10. And Arkansas State is in Iowa State territory. They're right outside the red zone. They could take the lead if they score a touchdown and an extra point. In the second quarter, still 7-0, with Texas only leading UTEP by 7, with 7-0. And then Bowling Green and Liberty has started playing. And then same with Nevada versus Middle Tennessee. But wow. And then New Hampshire's trying to win the game over Ball State. They have 1 minute remaining at their own 23. And now Georgia has the ball back. Tennessee failed to get any first downs. So Georgia is going to be driving the field. They're in 2nd and 2 at their own 38, which is doable. They could get a 1-point contest or kick a field goal to make it a 1-point contest, or score a touchdown to take the lead. And then Delaware and UConn still 28-24, with Delaware taking the lead. But Miami's off to a hot start. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Joshua Moore catching both touchdowns. Carson Beck throwing both touchdowns. Right now, their offense is just working flawlessly. My goodness, it's working as smoothly as an assembly line. South Florida needs to make some crucial adjustments to keep Miami at bay. Like, for my opinion, it's like South Florida doesn't necessarily need to win against Miami. They just want to make sure, that they are not getting stomped on by Miami. They just wanted to make it a close contest with them. They wanted to make it a close contest with them. Yeah, Miami has some really devastating players back at the time, like Ed Reed, like Ray Lewis. So Miami is at their own 28, looking at a 2nd and 7 with Carson Beck in shotgun formation, with 2 wideouts on each side. Calls a player over, and Jamar Brown's gonna get stuffed. He's gonna go nowhere on the run. So that's a good defensive stop from South Florida. So there you go. Trying to figure out who. I keep seeing the number 87, Alex Ballman. I see now, Alex Ballman. All right. 3rd and 7, shotgun with 2 running backs between back. You got 2 high safeties. You got one-on-one coverage on the bottom of the screen. Dropping back. And Breck is going to go running right side. Tries to escape, but he will get sacked by the Bulls defense. There's a flag on the play. And South Florida better hope it's not going to be on them. Just decline that penalty, then you get the ball back for sure. So there's a good start for South Florida. They just got a run stuff. They got the run stuffed, and they sacked Beck for the first time today. So, by all means, South Florida should have that little motivation in them. They're trying to stay in contention with Miami. Running style kick, almost blocked. Calling for a fair catch, and the ball will be spotted at the 25-yard line. So, good defensive stop, but can the offense keep the train going? That's going to be the key when they come back from commercial break. Now come to think of it, right? I didn't watch the highlights with South Florida or Florida, but how did they do defensively against them? I know they picked up Wagway. That's like the only thing. That was the only thing that I knew about of the game. Well, let me go back. Hold on. Let me go to week 2. Oh, come on now. Oh, I see what I meant. Oh, okay, I see. I see where I messed up. I'm good. I did it someplace else. But let me check. All right, let me check their box score from last week. Because that's crazy. You know, they picked the one time. Florida fumbled one time. They stacked them one time, but they got all these tackles for losses. They got 7 tackles for loss. Wow. They got 1 tackle for loss. That's incredible. So they just like kept Florida at bay, and then they just kept going. Wow. So it's more like a stop after stop. Georgia's at midfield. Yeah, Georgia's at midfield. See if they're gonna try to Hail Mary that. It was intercepted. Returned to the 30A with 1 second remaining. And that will be halftime. So halftime, Tennessee 21, Georgia 17. So once we get the halftime here with this game, we can hop on over to Georgia and Tennessee. Like we can just hop on over there. What's going on? Oh, brother. There's a lightning delay. Inclement weather has been detected within 8 miles of the stadium. Son of a gun. We're under a delay. Hold on. Give me a minute. I hate when we're under delays. All right. We're under a delay. So this stinks a little bit. So and there's the radar by next weather. Saying it was detected within 8 miles of the stadium. If you wish to exit the stadium for additional shelter, re-entry will be allowed via tickets. Dang. That sucks. So we are under a delay. Don't know how long that delay is going to be. Well, that'll be a good time for South Florida to go over the readjustments and figuring out what the heck. So now there's 3 games under delay. 3 games right now are in delay. Wow. Because Oregon State versus Texas Tech, they're under a delay. And USC Purdue are under a delay. And now this game is under a delay. What the world? Oh my goodness. All right. I'm going to try to think of something we should do instead. I don't know what the heck I'm doing now. That's just unfortunate. We're under. Sorry, guys. The show will still continue. We're going to do what we can here. So if you're just joining in, unfortunately, South Florida and Miami are under a delay. So that's not good. Oh my goodness. Trying to come up with something. So remember how? So if you follow Jarrigator 9, there were at times where Sorry, I see. Yeah, Steven, we're under a delay. We're under a delay. They just announced that there is a lightning delay within 8 miles of the stadium, so that is unfortunate. Yeah, and Georgia and Tennessee's at half too, so I can't even show the game there too. I'm so stuck. And I'm planning to do another game too between. Oh my goodness. Lightning into the competition. They may be resumed, but the Lightning is no longer within 8-mile range. 30 minutes must elapse from the time of the last lightning strike. A 10-minute warm-up will be granted to both teams before play resumes. Son of a biscuit, man. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I just typed in ChatGPT. I asked, can you write a funny story of SpongeBob owning an NFL franchise? I'm going to do one for SpongeBob. I'm going to try to do one for the whole entire cast. So gather around. We're going to do story time to pass this. All right. So here's SpongeBob buying a team. One sunny morning in Bikini Bottom, SpongeBob was flipping Krabby Patties when Mr. Krabs waddled in and waving a newspaper. Arr, lad, the Miami Dolphins are up for sale. SpongeBob gasped. Dolphins? I love dolphins. They're like fish, but with built-in smiles. After mistaking NFL franchise headline for underwater bubble franchise, SpongeBob accidentally bid his life savings, exactly $3.50, in a coupon for free jellyfishing lessons. Shockingly, the NFL accepted. So SpongeBob bought a franchise for $3.50. Are you kidding me? Day one's owner. SpongeBob showed up to his first game wearing a giant foam finger, a referee whistle, and a bucket of chum nachos. Don't worry, team, I got the perfect playbook. He pulled out a notebook titled How to Win a Football by SpongeBob's Grandparents. Page 1 read. 1. Hug your opponent. Sportsmanship. Number 2. Score a touch thingy. 3. Jellyfishing break if tired. Coach could recite, this is why I wanted to buy a clarinet factory instead. Patrick became the team's water boy, but drank all the water. Sandy tried to be quarterback, but threw the ball so hard it orbited Neptune. Plankton tried sneaking into the stadium disguised as a linebacker, but he was flagged for being too tiny. And SpongeBob, he tried to motivate players by running onto the field yelling, Who lives in the pineapple and can win the Super Bowl? The crowd chanted back, SpongeBob SquarePants. Somehow, SpongeBob's team made it into a championship. His secret strategy: every time the opponent got close to scoring, he distracted them with a bubble show shaped like dancing cheerleaders. In the final seconds, with the score tied, SpongeBob strapped the football to a jellyfish, which zipped across the field and landed in the end zone. Touchdown! The refs huddled. Is this legal? And Squidward muttered, at this point, who cares? SpongeBob lifted the trophy and shouted, I did it! I'm ready! I'm ready for Disneyland! The NFL immediately rewrote its rulebook to ban jellyfish, bubbles, and pineapples from professional play. Of the one shining moment, SpongeBob was the most successful and definitely the weirdest NFL owner in history. Want me to punch up this want me to punch this up into a more of a mock news article format like the ESPN reporting on SpongeBob's NFL franchise takeover? Hold on. Sure, let's do a mock interview. Here is from ChatGPT the mock article of SpongeBob accidentally buying the Dolphins. Bikini Bottom, Pacific Ocean. In what analysts are calling the weirdest sports deal since the Oakland Raiders tried playing on the baseball field, SpongeBob SquarePants officially purchased an NFL franchise. The deal reportedly closed for $3.50 and a jellyfishing coupon shocked league executives. Honestly, we just wanted to see what would happen, said NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell, shrugging. Training camp disasters. Sources of SpongeBob immediately implemented a new training program that included bubble blowing drills, synchronized jellyfish wrangling, and motivational hug circles. Motivation hug circles. What the freak? Patrick Star was named head of hydration, but drank all of the Gatorade before halftime of the first preseason game. Sadie Cheeks was briefly quarterback, but was banned after her passes keep puncturing the stadium roof. Squidward Tentacles was listed as team morale coach, though insiders report his only advice was quit. That's so Squidward. The jellyfish formation. Despite chaos, SpongeBob's team stumbled into the playoffs thanks to his unconventional jellyfish formation, a play that replaced running back with actual jellyfish carrying the ball. Opponents struggled to tackle it, mainly due to stinging. Honestly, it's hard to execute a play when you're being electrocuted, said one defensive coordinator. Championship madness. In the championship game, SpongeBob motivated his team with a pregame chant. Who lives in the pineapple and can win the Super Bowl? Fans in unison, SpongeBob SquarePants. The game ended up a controversial call when the jellyfish zipped into the end zone with the ball. The referees, after a 45-minute review and 3 Krabby Patty breaks, ruled it a touchdown. The play review for 45 minutes. Jeez Louise. Celebrating the victory, SpongeBob shouted, I'm ready for Disneyland. Before being informed the park was on land and he'd likely draw it out. The NFL since amended its rule of banning all aquatic wildlife, bubble-based distraction, and pineapple-shaped stadiums. Still, SpongeBob remains optimistic about next season. Next year, he said, we're drafting a seahorse kicker. Sandy would be an upgrade over Tua right now, but SpongeBob overpaid. Hold on. What should we ask? Hold on. What happens if Patrick would have... Hold on. Can you write a story of Pat... Oh, okay. Let's see. I don't want to use like Brown Bear or Caillou because that's like Jagger Nine's thing. I'm trying not to like copy his style. Oh my goodness. How about this? Hold on. Let's do Plankton becoming the worst owner of NFL history. Let's do that one. Okay, I'm gonna wait for it. All right, here we go. This is the story of some. All right, we did SpongeBob as the owner. Now we're gonna do Plankton as the worst owner in NFL history. When Plankton bought an NFL team, nobody was sure how he did it. Rumors said he slipped into the commissioner's office through a keyhole and signed a contract on the ketchup packet. Regardless, history will remember him not for victories, but for a catastrophic failure. The Chum Bucket Stadium. Plankton's first move as owner was to rename the team's home the Chum Bucket Dome. The cut cost he served fans chum dunked in kelp soda. Attendance plummeted immediately. Yeah, I'll watch my team lose, said one fan, but I won't eat fluorescent pink hot dogs that are still moving. Instead of hiring experienced coaches, Plankton appointed Karen, his computer wife, and head coach. Her play calling was flawless, but the players refused to take orders from a monitor bolted to the sideline. For general manager, Plankton hired himself. Who do you think he is? Daniel frickin' Jones? Who better to negotiate contracts than me, he said. Players agreed after their signing bonuses included coupons for free chum and 2% ownership in a failing restaurant. Oh, good Lord. The Plankton playbook. Plankton unveiled his genius playbook, which included the shrink ray blitz. Never worked, mainly because the shrink ray exploded. The invisible running back. Turns out he was just invisible because nobody showed up to play. Operation Steal the Krabby Patty formula, which, according to an analyst, isn't even football. The team went 0-16 their first year, setting a record for most interceptions thrown in warm-ups. Then how are they playing the game? If you're throwing for most interceptions or warm-ups, then how did Plankton under Plankton do that? Player revolt. By mid-season, players refused to sit up. One-star wide receiver was quoted, "I didn't sign a $40 million contract to be fed chum casserole before games." Squidward, who was forced into being the halftime clarinet performer, staged a walkout. Even Patrick hired a mascot quit after realizing the job didn't come with free ice cream. Plankton's last straw became during a nationally televised game. Instead of showing up with his team, he rolled onto the field in a mech suit shouting, "Victory will be mine." He didn't attempt to run the ball himself. He was tackled immediately by the mascot. The game was called off, fans booed, and the mech suit was repossessed. The NFL revoked his ownership after one season, declaring Plankton the worst owner of the league. His win-loss record stood at 0-16 with 3 forfeits, 47 lawsuits, and 1 stadium ban for food violations. Asked about his time as owner, Plankton only scowled, "Curse you, Krabs. Somehow this is your fault." A mock 30 for 30 documentary style. Oh my gosh. I would love to, but we got to go with all the stories. But all right, what should we do then? Yeah, look at the night sky. That sky is so dark. That sky there is dark. And they're still at halftime for Georgia to Tennessee. Dag nabbit. Delete. Yes, delete. All right. What should we ask ChatGPT? Come up with something. Let's see. Let's see. Trying to think of something. How about, hold on. Okay. So how would the cast of, okay, I think I got one, right? I think I got one. A SpongeBob, Very Odd Parents, and Jimmy Neutron deal with each other in court. And I'm going to try to make it PG-13. Oh, goodness. Okay. Okay, so the setting is a packed undersea courtroom, bubble court. Judge is mermaid man who barely knows what's going on. The trial is about cross-dimensional chaos and property damage. Opening statements, Jimmy Neutron on the fence. Stand up with charts, blueprints, and the PowerPoint on the waterproof tablet. Your Honor, my quantum portal wasn't technically unstable. SpongeBob just fed it with a Krabby Patty. SpongeBob on the plaintiff's side bounces up. I was trying being polite. Portals get hungry too. Timmy turns as he's trying to stay cool. Look, I didn't even ask for this. All I wished was for a video game marathon without interruptions, and somehow I ended up with Atlantis with these two witnesses. Cosmo Wanda, Cosmo what's out. It was totally Timmy's fault. Or wait, maybe Jimmy's. Or SpongeBob's. Can I phone a friend? Wanda, exhausted. We're godparents, not legal counsel. Sheen cross-examines, starts ranting on Ultra Lord's legal rights, causing a recess. All right, so play resumes at 6:05. So we have about 15 minutes. All right, we have about 15 minutes until we resume with the game. And Patrick eats the evidence, a glowing chunk of Pertle Tech. Jimmy insists on proving his innocence with a light demo of a portal. Naturally backfires and sucks in half the jury. SpongeBob tries to calm things down by singing the Responsibly song. The bailiff has to stop him. Timmy, panicking, tries to wish the whole trial away. Cosmo gets it wrong, summoning a giant illegal-sized binder that crushes the witness stand. The verdict, Mermaid Man bangs the gavel the wrong way on his own thumb. Guilty. Innocent? I forgot. Evil! Court erupts in chaos. Everyone runs. Final shot. Gerder sighs as he handed a massive bill for courtroom cleanup and interdimensional damage. Would you like me to write this like a full comedic courtroom script? Okay, I'm thinking of something. Hold on. How about a hit and run? See, of SpongeBob, Very Odd Parents, and Jimmy Neutron in a hit and run. Oh my gosh, what am I doing with myself? An adult version. So can you write an adult version of the cast of SpongeBob, Very Odd Parents, and Jimmy Neutron in a hit and run? Oh dear gosh. Let's see here. Dark comedy, satirical, or serious dramatic take? Dark comedy / satirical. I like a dark comedy aspect. All right. The title's called Crossovers and Crosswalks. Scene: a rainy suburban street at night. A mango boatmobile is pulled halfway onto the curb. The boat is smeared with neon jellyfish goo and suspicious pink glitter. SpongeBob, 30s, in a wrinkled Krabby Patty polo. Panic. Oh, barnacles. I think we hit something. Patrick, in his mid-30s, holding a Slurpee. Relax, dude. It's just a mailbox. Probably. Jimmy Neutron, adult-sized, disheveled lab gum, sipping an energy drink. Eye twitching. That was not a mailbox. Mailboxes don't scream when you hit them. Timmy Turner, now 25, still wearing a pink hat, chain smoking, rolling eyes. For the record, I didn't wish for this. I wished for a sick ride. Cosmo took it literally. Cosmo hovering, drunk on root beer. Hey, you're trying to materialize the street legal vehicle after 6 Cosmos. Wanda, tired, arms crossed. You literally are, Cosmo. Jimmy, okay, everyone calm down. Statistically speaking, if we leave the scene right now, the odds of getting caught are only, he does the math on the napkin, 87%. SpongeBob screaming, 87%? That's like almost all the percents. Timmy, oh great, Math Boy's having a meltdown. What do we do with the body? Patrick shrugs. Hide under a rock works for me. Squidward shows up in a robe, sipping wine. You idiots just totaled my clarinet. It was on the curb drying. Everyone. Squidward sighs. Figures. Judge Judy cameo glaring down at the crew. Jimmy tries to use a hologram to prove they didn't admit the crime. The hologram runs over the bailiff. Timmy wishes the whole trial away. Instead, Cosmo summons Judge Dredd. SpongeBob nervously singing a cover of Oops, I Did It Again while Patrick plays bongos in the jury box. Excuse me. Verdict. Kate dismissed due to excessive cartoon logic. The game celebrates at the Krusty Krab, where Mr. Krabs charges them $19.95 each for legal fees. Of like a short episode? I think the answer to that is yes. All right, so this is a full episode of the hit and run incident. Scene 1, the accident. Rainy street night. Boatmobile screeches around the corner. Bright pink sparkles and jellyfish goo splatter across the windshield. SpongeBob, 30s, polo half untucked. Oh, Neptune, I think we just hit something. Patrick, slouching the passenger seat, sipping a Slurpee. If it makes you feel better, it sounds squishy. Jimmy Neutron, adult size, twitching from caffeine. They're looking for a crusher. That wasn't a mailbox. Mailboxes don't have arms. Timmy Turner, 25, chain smoking, still wearing a pink hat. Hey, don't look at me. I wish for a sick ride, not a vehicular manslaughter charge. Conmo. Technically, I gave you both. And he's holding an empty martini glass. Wanda face palming. We are so getting revoked. Scene 2, damage control. SpongeBob hyperventilating. We're going to jail. I'm too porous for prison. Patrick, just hide it under a rock. Works every time. Jimmy, statistically, even if we leave right now, we only have every 87% chance of B. Oh God, we're screwed. Timmy, shut up. Dexter's discount cousin. Damn. He calls him Dexter's discount cousin. Oh God. Oh. Squidward, arriving in a robe, sipping box wine. You morons didn't hit a person. You destroyed my clarinet. It was on the curb drying. Everyone. Oh. Squidward. Typical. Hang on just a second. My cat wants in. Scene 3, the trial. Undersea courtroom. Judge Judy presides. Jury is made up of fish, background Nickelodeon characters, and Carl Weezer eating pudding. Judge Judy glaring. So, you idiots are being charged with hit and run, reckless driving, and general stupidity. General stupidity, dude. If general stupidity was a crime, dude, I'd be there every day. I'd be there every freaking day. Jimmy, pulling out a hologram projector. Your Honor, allow me to demonstrate. The hologram immediately runs over the bailiff. Timmy, shoving Cosmo. Quick, wish us out of here. Cosmo, you got it, sport. He summons Judge Dredd. Judge Judy and Judge Dredd in unison. Guilty. SpongeBob breaking down. I'm ready for probation. Patrick, do they serve Slurpees in prison? The verdict. Chaos. The courtroom ceiling caves in. Plankton runs off with the evidence. The case is dismissed for cartoon logic. Mr. Kraft storming with an illegal invoice. That'll be $19.95 each for legal fees. Cash only. Squidward drinking straight from a wine bottle. I should have moved to Jaskell when I had the chance. Freeze frame on the group agreeing as credits roll. Let's see. We only got 7 more minutes until now they push it back to 6:33. Well, son of a gun, man. At this rate, we are not going to finish this game. At this point, we're not going to finish the game. So you just heard Lightning, so they got to push it another 30 minutes. So, okay, so here's the plan for right now. All right. Okay, so here's the plan. So, if the game is still managing to be going on right now, I think what we're doing. So, when the game is about to start for Vanderbilt, with Vanderbilt and South Carolina playing, I think what we have to do at this point is look at. So they say about 6:30, 6:33, they're going to resume play. So let's go ahead and watch. I'm going to have Georgia and Tennessee in the background right now because they should be back from halftime. They should be back from halftime. Because I don't know what to do, man. Because I don't know. It's just not helping. So just bear with me for a second, and we will go under a delay. We may not finish. Like I said, we may not finish this game because of that stupid delay. I've been part of I've just been part of a lot of games that had just have under a delay. So I don't know. I just don't know what to do at that point. You know? That's what I wanted. There we go. All right, so lightnings. It's good. We're gonna go. Number 74. 25. South Carolina. Reaction. Because to be honest, this is like when I was doing the UFL and I was trying to do the Renegades, and because I was trying to do Renegades and the Showboats, but the game was under a 3-hour delay. And then I just went, yeah, it's raining hard. Play resumes at 6:33. Yeah, it's a 6:33. So the show must go on. So, all right, you know what? Let's do a Q&A. Hold on. So, what silly story should we do on Chat GPT? Like, what can we do? You know? What can we do? So, what can we do? What silly story can we do on Chat GTP? Because whatever we got going, it just ain't working, Chief. And I accidentally just hit freaking. Okay. Let's see. What can we do? That's just unfortunate. 3 games under the delay. I'm sad. I am so sad right now. I'm so sad. There's 3 games delayed. Jeez Louise. Yeah, 14-3 delayed. USC and Purdue is going to be they're going to be back on 6:45. Good Lord. And Texas Tech and Oregon State is still delayed. Good Lord. How long of a delayed is that? What kind of delay is that? Georgia scores a touch. Georgia just takes the lead for the first time this game. But, oh my gosh. I don't. Let's see. West Virginia takes the lead over Pitt in the backyard brawl. Texas only leading by 11 against UTEP. Really? You're only leading by 11 against UTEP and it's halftime? Bruh. I thought they would just be beating the crap out of each other at that point. Okay, let's see. See. See here. So right now I'm just getting the stream ready for the next game that's going to be on in about, I believe, in 2 hours. Almost 2 hours. But I feel like if you with that long of a break, like you're just gonna get rid of halftime at that point, right? Might as well just get rid of halftime. Okay, I spelled the name right. All right. I was just checking if I spelled the name right. But all right. But sports, and then of course upload the thumbnail that we got to do. So, but if it's not a blowout, like by the time we get ready to start with this game of Vanderbilt and South Carolina, then there you go. Just sucks. I ended up with a game that I was looking forward to that gets delayed for about an hour. That ain't good, Chief. That ain't good, Chief. Let's see. Let's see next. Do 7:45. Then that should be done in the done and done deal. And that should be done and done deal. All right, done. Like that. So that's later tonight. So if you guys are just joining in, we are under a lightning delay between South Florida and Miami. Play will resume at 6:33. So play will resume at 6:33. Yeah, so oh my goodness. So they were literally going around. So they literally had players running out of the tunnel so they can just go right back in. That's so unfortunate because the original resume time was 6:05, but now there was another lightning hit. So now they had to wait until 6:33. Jalen Polk is on IR due to a shoulder injury. So, well, damn. Okay. Anyways, what silly story can we come up with? This is something we're going to be doing from now on to kill time. Let's see. Got any ideas, Kat? You have any ideas? 'Cause I don't. How many other teams are doing? Pittsburgh scored a touchdown. 2-point conversion failed. Georgia still is in the lead. Oh my God. Oregon State and Texas Tech are finally playing. And Texas Tech just got a touchdown. Hallelujah, man. Hallelujah. 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 UConn takes the lead over Delaware 38-35. They have less than 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. What's an infamous cartoon? Let's see. Let's see. I don't know, man. You know what? I'm wearing Pac-Man, right? Like I'm wearing Pac-Man. Hold on. What is the history of Pac-Man? Let's read this together. What is the history of Pac-Man? Let's see. Origins, late 1970s and 1980. The game was created by Toru Iwatani, a young game designer at a Japanese company, Namco, who is now Bandai Namco. Iwatani wanted to design a game that appealed to not just young men who dominated the arcade scene like shooting games like Space Invaders, but also to women and couples. He drew inspiration from food, particularly pizza. The famous story is that after removing a slice from a pizza, the shape resembled Pac-Man. He also wanted a non-violent game with a simple, universal theme: eating. Original name. The game was first called Pakuman, from the Japanese onomatopoeia Paku Paku, which describes the sounds of opening and closing a mouth while eating. Japanese launch, Pac-Man was released in Japan by Namco in May 1980. The U.S. launch brought to the U.S. later in 1980 by Midway. Midway renamed it to Pac-Man instead of Puckman to avoid players vandalizing the P on arcade cabinet into an F. Oh, I see now. It became a cultural phenomenon, attracted both male and female players, something rare at the time. The four ghosts, Blinky, Pinky, Inky, and Clyde, were programmed with unique personalities and behavior, giving them a more strategy than most arcade titles of the era. By the early 1980s, Pac-Man appeared in toys, cartoons like Pac-Man, the animated series, in 1982. Lunchbox and hit even a novelty song, Pac-Man Fever. Namco released some follow-ups, including Miss Pac-Man by 1981. Not originally by Namco, but by Midway. It became one of the most popular arcade games ever. Pac-Man Plus, Super Pac-Man, Pac-Land, and Pac-Mania. Over the years, Pac-Man has been ported to nearly every gaming console, computer, and even mobile phone. Modern era, Pac-Man has remained relevant through championship editions from 2007, 2010, high-speed modern version with the new rules, Pac-Man museum collections, Pac-Man Battle Royale. I remember the Battle Royale. It was a red, yellow, purple, and blue Pac-Man. It's like 4 players, and then you're just trying to eat other Pac-Man. There was a Google created a playable Pac-Man for its 30th anniversary, drew million players worldwide. 2022, it celebrated its 42nd anniversary, continuing to release games and merchandise. Bring down the design innovations. Yeah, so the Ghost AI is always interesting. Like, that's the thing, right? So the Ghost AI in Pac-Man, the 4 ghosts: Blinky Red, Pinky Pink, Inky Cyan, and Clyde Orange. They behave differently. It creates a mix of tension and unpredictability. Blinky, the Chaser, nicknamed Shadow. Behavior actively chases Pac-Man's current position. Personality, aggressive but relentless. If you run long enough, Blinky will usually catch up. After you eat a certain number of dots, Blinky speeds up, often called the Cruise Elroy mode, making him even more dangerous. Pinky, the ambusher, nicknamed Speedy, tries to position itself 4 tiles ahead of Pac-Man's direction. It predicts where you're going rather than where you are. Quirk, a programming bug in the original code causes Pinky to target an offset that makes him or her act a bit strangely when Pac-Man is moving upward. Inky Cyan, wild card, bashful. Behavior, more complex. His target depends on both Pac-Man and Blinky's position. He looks where Pac-Man is headed and then factors in Blinky's location to determine his own path. Unpredictable, sometimes timid, sometimes aggressive. Keep the game from being too predictable. In the chorus, there's Clyde, the laggard, nicknamed Pokey. Behavior. If Clyde is far away, he chases Pac-Man like Blinky, but if he gets too close, he retreats to a lower left corner of the maze. Really? Oregon did win, man. Oregon did win. Rich is reading crap from Chat GTP because unfortunately, this game's in delay. Not until 6:33. So that sucks. That definitely stinks. That comic relief the force plays to adapt since he doesn't always play fair. But right now, I'm just trying to kill time. So we have about 15 minutes remaining. You know, it's funny. The original time was supposed to be. Go watch a long walk. I want to. That movie looks so good. The Long Walk looks so good. Like, I want to watch that. Maybe next week. But yeah. Yeah, Oregon wins 34-14 over Northwestern. Georgia still in the lead 27-21. So they're up by 6. But anyways. SRG and I both watched it last night. You'll leave the theater harder by Chicken Dude, Gore, and Speechless. 9 out of 10 movie. Alrighty then. You're saying 9 out of 10. Ooh. 9 out of 10. That is something. Just a warning. I mean, if it's horrified for a reason, then It has to be a good one, right? She's Louise, 59-3, North Texas over Washington State. Dear God. That is so bad. Oh my goodness. I feel bad for any Washington State fans. Washington fans just feel happy. Husky fans are just so happy right now. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. 59-3. That is unbelievable. And they just scored 2. What in the heck is going on? Was he got beaten? Jeez. I know, right, Flyer? Hello. Oh. We both got the Audible book. I hear the book is worse. Just wait, so the movie's based on the book. Really? Hold on. Was it based on a book? It is on a that's right, Stephen King's. That's right, Stephen King book. Yeah, the book is much darker. Oh, dude. It's a dystopian thriller novel published it was published long ago, 1979, under the pseudonym Richard Bachman. Wow. That is dark. The alternative version of the United States ruled by a totalitarian regime. It's a group. Oh, it's a walking contest. Looks like hopefully we're back. For some reason it was trying to connect somehow, so that means I need to change that thumbnail again, unfortunately. So more than likely, okay, so if you guys are not here, so here's the game plan, right? We're not going to finish this game before the next game I have scheduled, which is Vanderbilt versus South Carolina at 7:45. So when it's about that time, we're going to switch streams. So keep an eye on that. So I have it on standby. If it continues to be a blowout, like it was on how it is on track. Like Miami scores like three touchdowns, and South Florida has to respond back. Then we're gonna end early, get ourselves a little break, and then we're gonna head straight on over to Vanderbilt and South Carolina. I apologize that delay had to happen. Who's winning right now? Miami's beating South Florida 14-3. It was 13:45 remaining in the second quarter. Like they literally just started playing in the second quarter, and then the delay happened. So that happened. North Texas 59-3. 59-3. Yeah. So Miami, South Florida, UConn, and Delaware in overtime. And Tennessee scores a touchdown. They take a 1-point lead over Georgia, 28-27. Why did I go with this? I mean, I did not know there was going to be I didn't expect the lightning delay that was going to come in. Like I didn't know that was going to become. I did not know this was going to become a thing. So we're almost about an hour away. So, yeah. So in conclusion, we just read chat GTP's little silly stories, We have about 5 minutes remaining until the game is back on. And for some reason, Iowa State is only up by 4 against Arkansas State. How did that happen? Don't know. But that is astonishing. That is a little astonishing. They're showing Tennessee, and then Algiar just freaking throws a bomb. 28-27, Tennessee. Whew. Should have called that game, huh? I should have called that game, huh? Again. Man, and Florida Atlantic and FIU is under delay as well. So many games are in delay today. Like Oregon State and Texas Tech just got out of a delay. USC and Purdue is under a delay, and they're going to return in 6:45. And now it's Florida Atlantic and Florida International are in the game delay, and so does this game. So there's a crap ton of rain delay. So a lot of thunder in the area around the southeastern area, like Texas and Florida. So what can I say, right? What can we say? What can we freaking say? And it looks like Georgia and Tennessee just ended the third quarter. 28-27. All right. 6:30 Eastern. So it's 3:30 over in the Pacific. So hopefully we'll be able to get something done out of this. Penn State obviously taking care of their business. Rutgers is. Michigan got their crap together. Washington State getting blown the hell out. Missouri State, they had one quarter, and that was it. Pitt managed to tie with West Virginia at 14. Toledo put up 43 points in the second quarter. Dear goodness. And Texas just kicked the field goal. They're only up by 14 against UTEP. Freaking UTEP. You're only winning by 14 against UTEP? Is this like Clemson with Troy? And that's why Clemson got embarrassed today against Georgia Tech? Dude. Oklahoma escaped the temple of terrible. Oh, why were they it was at Temple. Why was it at Temple? 42-3. At least Temple didn't get shut out, but oh my gosh. Delaware defeats UConn. Okay. Delaware has defeated UConn. Congrats to Delaware, waiting in overtime over the Huskies of UConn. Sheesh. Let's go blue. Yeah, let's go Blue Hens. Blue Hens indeed. Go Blue Hens indeed. Let's see. Let's see. Oh my Lord. Oh great. No, oh my gosh. They just delayed it again. Now 7:07. Wow. Literally minutes. Literally minutes before 6:33, and they just delayed it. We barely called a quarter of the game. Wow. That's so stupid. That is so stupid. That's unbelievable. And they just show how blue that sky was too, and they're still under that delay. I hate this. What's up, RFK? We've been under delay for about an hour, and they keep pushing it back. It was 6:05. It was XL5. Then it was 6:33, and now they pushed it to 7:07. They were just about to warm up there too. So I don't know. Celebrating my dad's birthday 2 days late, came back, saw SMU. Was the only good game. Now it sucks. I was planning on watching this. I was planning on watching this too, and then the delay. I at least have another game coming up, and that is on SEC Network. So, and I literally said, like, we're not. So, yeah, it's obvious that we're not going to finish this game. We're not going to finish this game. Like, Vanderbilt and South Carolina starts at 7:45. So, when it hits around that time, then we're going to jump ship. We're going to jump ship. Because most of the stream is mainly just us doing silly crap and just reading stories of ChatGPT and just trying to talk about other games. Might as well at that point. Like, I'm trying to put on like Georgia and Tennessee, but for some reason, okay, there we go. Georgia's at the goal on 3rd and goal. Georgia's at 3rd and goal from the 6. So probably that's the only thing I can do is just call Georgia, Tennessee. Maybe I should have called that game from the start. And then that is incomplete. Like, I don't know if I should have just called Georgia and Tennessee from the time being. I don't know what I would have done. Like, I thought I could get like a different game going, but I don't know. It's frustrating. Like, I just hate delays. I hate lightning delays or just lightning delays. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, like look at Purdue and USC. Their start date is not until 6:45. Like, there were so many games at one point that were delayed. Oregon State, Texas Tech were under delay. Purdue and USC was under delay. This game's delayed. FIU and FAU are under a delay. Like, geez Louise. It's ridiculous. There's so many games that are under a rain delay. Pitt just took the lead over West Virginia. And so with these delays, it's like you're being given less options of what you want to stream. I make a schedule of games. I watch them start to finish, usually the Friday before now. That's haywire. This is haywire, man. This is indeed haywire. Like they say, a chance of storms, and I was hoping it wasn't going to happen, and then it just happened, just like that. Like, you know what? Just forget the scoreboard. Just forget that the scoreboard has ever happened. At this point, I'm just gonna get the scoreboard ready for Vanderbilt versus South Carolina at this point. Because it's ridiculous. Like, why? It's like, why bother? It's like, it's just a repeat. It's just a repeat of, okay, we're about to come out. All right, player's gonna go out to warm up. Oh nope, lightning's back again. Okay, here. All right, the player's coming out again. Oh nope, here comes back again. And I don't know. Don't know. It's 1-0 on the scoreboard. Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm just getting everything ready. I don't know where the heck the freaking eraser went. Hold on, I'll get 22 to 99. What a blow. I'll get my thoughts on Clemson once they found out where the heck is this stupid freaking eraser at. Oh my God. Oh, I don't know where that eraser went. It's behind the laptop. Ugh. First, if I'm changing colors, that's good enough. All right. Because this is ridiculous. I never get this upset. I usually never get this upset, and I just don't like. It's just the fact that you're getting close to resume back the kickoff, but then it said nope, no thanks. It's like nope, you're only going to call 1 quarter. That'll be just all enough. So, I don't know, man. I was looking forward to that game. I was hoping something that was what South Florida could do. But, unfortunately, we are not going to see the whole thing. Yeah, they got one good game of the season, and then there's under like an hour plus long lightning delay. Andy, I don't care if it's crooked or not. I'm having their records down on the bottom too. People, lol, your thought. That's pretty much it, right? Like, am I not wrong? It's more like, you thought. Holy crap, Tennessee just got a big run. He's not going down. He just got down at the 32 at Georgia territory. Tennessee's not going down without a fight. And he's just wide open. Touchdown, Tennessee. Oh, my goodness. Rocky Top's going loud. Rocky Top's going loud right now. Of course, South Carolina is number 11. Yeah, they literally pulled you thought. You thought. So instead of the one game that we were supposed to stream, I mean, we'll go back and check on it, but it's like, what's the point? We're not gonna even get Like, we'll be lucky enough if we even get through halftime of this game. You know? It's like you'll be like, I'll be lucky enough. But, okay. RFK. So, all right, I'm going to give you my thoughts on Clemson loss. And I want to hear your thoughts about the Colts beating the crap out of the Dolphins. Clemson should not be. So, Clemson should not be ranked. They should not be ranked. All right, hold on. I'll be right back. Just give me a second. All right. I'm totally not. Yeah, all right. So I'm not sponsored by McDonald's or anything. But yeah, that's another thing about Clemson. They didn't even blow out Troy. And Clemson was ranked. Because Clemson lost to LSU, which was a good game, right? Yeah, Clemson was number 12. They were number 12. Oh, yeah, the McRack. I just got a double cheeseburger. That's all I got. Like, yeah, like, Clemson didn't even, like, they were once losing to them. Like, Troy was up by multiple scores against Clemson. Seriously. And then now they lost to Georgia Tech. And now Clemson has a 5% chance, like a 5.4% chance of making the playoffs. Georgia Tech should have won by more. No, I'm with you, man. Georgia Tech should have won by more. Because, like, regardless if they lose to Georgia Tech or not, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It's unbelievable. And then later, you had to play South Carolina. Yes, Kitty is here. Louisville does have a good shot. Hold on. Let's look at Louisville's schedule real quick. Give me a dang minute. We're going to look at Louisville's schedule. All right. ACC. They're on a bye week, so we got to go to next week. Let's see. They're playing Bowling Green next week on the ACC network. Let's check who they got. Yeah. So Bowling Green. Then you have Pitt, Virginia, Miami. Miami's going to be close. You guys are kind of struggled against James Madison, so don't know. Yeah. Then you have Virginia, Miami. Miami's going to be your toughest battle. Boston College, Virginia Tech, Cal, Clemson, SMU, and Kentucky. So your two biggest match. So the one matchup I would worry about is Miami. Yeah, JMU is it's a good it's a good group of 6 team. Yeah, I do agree with you on that one. Gunner gets tackled. 3rd down now. Tennessee up by 5. Here's my college team. It's baby. It's the Ducks. Oregon winning. Won today 34-14. But I'm nervous in 2 weeks when they face Penn State. That's going to be tough. Miami scares me, but we can bounce back easily if we lose. I'm happy towards the start of the season so Miami can mess up after South Florida. That would be nice. But guess what? We're not going to win this time because of the lightning delay. And both those Miami win. Miami needs to gain more. Going to Stockton. Oh, he's going to get sacked again. Dang. He gets sacked again. Again. Yeah, RFK is more. He's Louisville. Oh, I missed it. Oh, I got it. Okay. But, no, Clemson's. Okay, so let's check Clemson's schedule then. Wait, Flyer, who's your team? Who is your team? Because here's Clemson's schedule, right? Syracuse, North Carolina, Boston College, SMU, Duke, Florida State, Louisville, Furman, South Carolina. Florida State, South Carolina. Those are the threats. From the Lexington Metro. Hint, we will never forgive Mizzou. It's Kansas. Kansas. I think they have a bye week this week. Man, so many important teams that are in the bye week. All right. Georgia facing a 3rd and 14. Driving back. Stockton gets at Bobolewski, and Tennessee jumps on top of it. Wow. Tennessee scores. They could pull it away. If Tennessee scores, they can pull it away against Georgia. Wow. The defense from Tennessee is for real. Just could not see him. Felt like that too, but Tennessee's putting up a fight. They're not letting it down. They are not going down without a fight. It's 35-30, so if they score a touchdown, they will be 42-30. They're up to 30. Yeah, Georgia 34. And flag. Flag down. Protect the goalpost. Yeah, hold on. I'm going to look at Kansas' schedule for Flyer. Let's see who they have. Excuse me. Pick 12. Kansas. They play West Virginia next. Oh, yeah, because Arizona State lost last week to Mississippi State. Oh, my goodness. Is the number 12 spot cursed this year? All right, so let's see who Kansas has. So West Virginia, Cincinnati, UCF, Texas Tech, Kansas State, Oklahoma State, Arizona, Iowa State, and Utah. I am pleased that you guys, it would be interesting against Houston. Houston took care of Colorado. Unironically, they took care of business against Colorado. I thought Houston was going to lose that game, but Connor Wigman showed up. He showed up. I say Iowa State should be the team you should worry about the most. Oh, the running back just got knocked. I mean, Texas Tech could be a good team too. And the same with Utah. I'm just not sure about Utah. I'm in the mix. Yeah, and Houston's 3-0 now. So you could be careful. I have an eye on Iowa State every year. Speaking of Iowa State, how are they doing? Oh my goodness, Arkansas State's in the lead over Iowa State. Holy crap. They're in the lead over number 14, Iowa State. And the kick is good for Tennessee. And Arkansas State has the ball. It's on the ESPN 2. And it's 3rd and goal. Oh my goodness, they're on the verge of scoring. You know, I'm switching over to that game then. I'm going to that game. I don't care what you people think. I want to see this. Oh, did they take the touchdown away? Damn you. It was a flag. It was holding. It was a holding on Arkansas State. Dag nabbit, man. Yeah, Matt Campbell really did it good. Dawkins Morgan State by 60. Morgan State had a shot. But dag nabbit. Oh, man. You know, they're 17. Oh, cheapers. It's at Arkansas State, too. So Iowa State is at Arkansas State. Gets a screen. Just does not go anywhere. They were from their own 26. Jeez. You got to kick a field goal now. Make it a 1-point game. Clune Van Andel made for 44 and a 36-yarder. Now he's making for a 40-yard attempt. And then kick is up. And that is good. Barely got it in, but it's good. 1-point contest now. So 1-point contest. So now let's switch over to ABC. And we're going to go back and forth between these two teams. That's what we're going to be doing. But right here. But we might as well just change the title of the game. It's like, guys, so bad. Oh, I forgot to change the title of this. Oops. Just have it mostly delayed. Their last win against Georgia and Knoxville was 10 years ago for Tennessee. Like the unranked Arizona State, if that was Bama, that's the thing, right? Here's the thing. So it's like Alabama got crushed by Florida State, and you got ranked all the way down to 21. But Arizona State loses to another 2-10 team, like freaking against Mississippi State that went 2-10. Apparently, they don't deserve to be ranked. Like, where the hell? If that's not SEC bias, what is it then? What is it then? Mike, what is it? Old Dean's going to play Virginia Tech. He's bootlegging, and he goes deep, incomplete. Like, that's a freaking thing. I had to take the Browns to the Super Bowl. Freaking Andre Schmidt, the former Battlehawk kicker, missed a field goal. Bro. I mean to check to the Super Bowl. Hey, you have to admit, they played well. It wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough against the Steelers. Now he had to play the Bills, which is going to be tough. The Bills are always a tough team to play against. That game's going to be tough. We played the Buccaneers. That's also going to be tough, too. No, we have week 2, Bills. Week 3, Buccaneers. Week 4, Monday night against the Dolphins. Week 5 is Dallas, and week 6 is a London game against the Broncos. It's a tough start. It's a tough start. It's a tough start. It's a tough start of the season. Oh, it gets a catch at the midfield, gets to the 45 for. There you go. Now Iowa State has the ball. They're only leading by 1 point. That's a milkshake. That's a milkshake. Dropping back. Gunner, you gotta run now, buddy. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Give me a minute. Give me one little second. Amen. Yeah, I heard about that event. That really took a shock. That was shocking. That was really shocking. Tennessee on defense need a 3rd down, 7 stop. Throws a screen. Uh-oh. All right, Georgia gets the 1st down. They're at 31. Texas up 20-3. $30-3. Dumps off a screen pass. Why do we make October a scary month? September always had bad things happen of the past few years, post 2001. No, man. No. October's my favorite month. It's spooky season. It's fall scenery. It's amazing. There's football in the air. I think I already said that. But still, it's a season. Oh, excuse me. As of right now, I'm just getting the rosters ready. I'm getting Vanderbilt and South Carolina's rosters ready. Let's see. Carolina football roster. There we go. I like August because it's football season and the end of the NFL season, preseason fall, plus your birthday. Right, so yeah, Florida State is on the bye week. They're the only top 10 team on the bye week. And Georgia on the verge of getting upset by Tennessee. And Tennessee could shoot with that victory over Georgia, they could shoot themselves up to the top 10 if the cards play right. Have an idea. I break into Texas Stadium and let Bevo storm the field for beating UTEP. You can try, but that ain't gonna happen. But I know for a fact that ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen, Chief. It's not happening, Chief. The police caught me. The police caught you. He's going deep. Ready end zone. Incomplete. Incomplete. 3rd and 6. Georgia, gotta wake up, guys. You don't want to join Clemson on the upset bench. But I did pet Bevo. Screen pass, just ate it up. Tennessee ate that screen pass up. Dums. You gotta get ready. Kirby Smart is on edge. He is on edge. It's no deep safety. I don't see a free deep safety. That's not good. There's no deep safety. You got one-on-one. One-on-one. And he got it. That's touchdown, Georgia. Bevo's my new bestie. Bevo. Moo. Translates to no, I hate you. Does he hate Georgia for scoring this touchdown? They had to go for 2. They had to go for 2. They need to go for 2. Go for dose. Go for dose. Their first 2 point attempt this season. They got a tie. Got it. Game's tied at 38. Bevo said a certain bulldog wearing a G logo peed on his gate. Don't blame him. Iowa State just scored a touchdown and an extra point Arkansas State's still down by 8, so it's still a one-possession game. That's just a dot. No, it's just a dot. Gets that knee down. Gets the knee down. So Tennessee needs to pull up a methodical drive. They got to get as many first downs as they can, but also get into field goal range. They got to give as much first downs as they can. See, like, by Jesus is Lord. Jesus is indeed Lord, and God bless. Then touchback of Tennessee. So Tennessee needs to and hashtag free Bevo. So now Tennessee needs to pull off some methodical drives. $38-38. So there was a pass, but only gets a 2-yard game. So in about 40 minutes, we're going to transition over to Vanderbilt in South Carolina. It looks like the game's going to go to a 2-minute warning. Check on South Florida and Miami. Oh, they're at the they got a first down. Miami, South Florida does. Yeah, might be lucky. South Florida, bro. Brian Brown going deep. Dang, he got that. They're around the 10, and it's Nimrod. Nimrod with the catch, and they're at the 10. They're gonna try to make this a 1-score game. All right. Shaz Nimrod. Okie dokie. Oh my goodness. Arkansas State has their own 37. There's a beatdown I wanted from Texas. There you go. That is what I wanted to see from there. Hashtag free Bevo. Just want to see how the Georgia Tennessee game fanned out. Again, many times I want to. I am completely sorry about how the stream was supposed to go. I put in parentheses mostly delayed because this game was mainly delayed. So it's a faulty stream. I still enjoy talking to you guys, of course. It's just sometimes this kind of stuff just happens, you know? So hopefully we'll get a full game of Vanderbilt in South Carolina. So, but at least I scheduled another game for 30 minutes. It's like intentional, but that's what it is. And Iowa State just got another touchdown. Yeah, that felt like that game is a little done now. Iowa State will walk away from Arkansas State. I mean, shout out to Arkansas State for doing what they can, you know. And they're showing DJ Lagway and the Gators going up against number 3 LSU. That's going to be on around the same time as I'm going to call Vanderbilt, South Carolina. But we're going to go ahead and finish this game between Georgia and Tennessee, because why not? So 3rd and 8. So Tennessee needs first down. So Georgia gets the ball back. I think that's going to be game. If they manage to get the ball back, then consider yourself buried. Drop it back. He gets the first. He does get the. All right, Tennessee got a first down. Tennessee got a first down. Yes, 21-6 now. That was a quick score for Miami, too. And there's a run going on the outside. Gets down around the 48 of their own territory. Back. It was another case of trying to reconnect. But 48 seconds, 3rd and 4 for Tennessee. I just want to call Vanderbilt to South Carolina right now, if I'm being completely honest. And another first down for Tennessee. Tennessee is going to freaking ruin, dude. They're going to freaking win. Going up the middle, as long as you're getting closer to field goal range, yeah, you can just kick it. And Georgia calls a timeout. With 10 seconds to go. Wow. (34-31), and here they are. Max Gilbert, no career tying or go ahead field goal in the 4th quarter. Dang. 34 seconds. Well, Tennessee called timeout. Why did Tennessee call timeout? Huh. Second and 7. Oh yeah, I was gonna say. I thought they said Georgia called it. I thought they said Georgia was the team that called the timeout. Huh. Oh, now it's 24-16. I thought Arkansas State. They're at Iowa State's 28. Gets the big tight ends. Got out of bounds though. You're at the third. Yeah, 30 seconds remaining. Tennessee. Gardner 1. Just like I said, just keep getting your first. Keep getting your first downs. It looks close. He may got it. They're giving it to him. They're saying he got it. Damn. Pitt in the lead. West Virginia is going to try and tie the game up with 56 seconds remaining. Trying to run it. No gain. No run gain for Tennessee. 12 seconds remaining. USC's in the lead for Purdue 9-0. See Vanderbilt. Just want to see how Tennessee Georgia will go. And then we can maybe switch over. Maybe. Yeah, both teams ranked. I mean, of course it matters. Why else would it not matter? All right. So was it 24? So that's a 41-yard field goal attempt. It's a 41-yard field goal attempt. If they, from where they're at, they gotta give more room. Okay, get to the 20. So now you're looking at a 37-yard field goal attempt. So now Georgia will have to use their final timeout. So I'm a little behind. I can't really see what's going on. Yeah, so they're at the 20. Yeah, so you're looking at a 37-yard field goal. Will Georgia join Clemson in the upset couch? So Gilbert. Let's see where. Okay, Iowa State has the ball. I was just looking. Still a close game. I mean, Iowa State was just blowing Arkansas State out of the water. So if Tennessee makes a kick, I mean, Georgia still has – they only have a couple seconds. Okay, so they're trying – okay, so since Tennessee has timeouts, I think they're just going to try to get it closer. Maybe do like a QB sneak, get an extra yard or two. Probably get an extra yard or two. Get an extra yard or two. All right, so yeah, he's going to run it, and he will go down. Oh, a false start. That's not good, actually. He just lost 5 yards. It's a false start. Yeah, 74, he moved early. That's a false start. Oh my goodness, UVA recorded 700 yards of offense. I know it's against William and Mary, but oh my gosh, dude. Clobbered. Just absolutely clobbered. Here we go. 43-yard attempt for Tennessee. There's a snap. Kick is up. Freaking shanked it. We're going to overtime. We're going to freaking overtime in Knoxville. He freaking shanked it. It wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. What are you doing? Georgia's hope's still living. Georgia is still living. They're still breathing. And we're going overtime also at the backyard brawl. So we got drama. We have drama in Knoxville. They're going to head to overtime. We have drama in West Virginia as Pitt and West Virginia are going to overtime. Iowa State is still up, I believe, by 8 against Arkansas State. We have 3 close contests right now. 3 close contests right now. West Virginia so far is holding on to Pitt. Well, we are now in overtime. Oh, my goodness. Check it on Arkansas State. How are they holding up against Iowa State, I wonder? But it's a freaking miracle. We have about 15 minutes. You know what? All right. Guys, jump over to Vanderbilt and the South Carolina stream. I'm going to see you there in about a couple seconds.